once again, welcome you guys. We are Team Panini. My name's Holly. This is Evan, Jake, and Eddie. And our theme of Panini is Little Italy on the streets of the Mile High City. We are a Panini food truck, and our mission is to provide an unforgettable vending experience on the streets of Denver through our great tasting Italian paninis served at your convenience. So the reason why we figured that there is a need for this truck is because, first of all, a lot of you are Colorado natives. You're aware that Denver is constantly ranked in the top 10 of articles for fittest cities, and foot traffic and bike traffic are huge in this city. So the current street foods right now don't really support that kind of like healthy, fresh lifestyle. A lot of huge concerns are that the food trucks are too greasy or they appear unsanitary, and they also don't have a wide variety of food that the customers want to see at the vending machines or at the vendors. And however, in Denver, the food truck business is on the rise. These are a couple of articles that we found in our research talking about the food truck rise in Denver, and this is actually a photo of a food truck roundup in Longmont, Colorado. Most of these are Denver-based food trucks, so as you can see, the lines are just going way out, and so it's really exciting for us, and a huge part of it is because social media is becoming so huge, so it's easier for food trucks to reach out to these customers, which is really effective as well because our target customer is also based with those with the Denver population between 18 and 35, which is also the highest population on those social networks. And so we are the first Panini food truck in the state of Colorado. This is just a mock-up of what we'd like our truck to look like. It's supposed to be a little city of Venice. At the bottom, that's the water and the bridge over the tire. Because we want to create that authentic experience. However, we also want to create a contemporary experience. Our products are made from premium, all-natural ingredients, and we are on wheels, and we go to each section or different locations throughout the city of Denver. And now we have Jake, who's going to talk more about our market.
Morning. So when it comes to our target market, we are going to focus on the millennials from ages 19 to 36. And we also found through some research that specifically for the Panini food truck, females between the age of 21 and 35 are our target market. And this makes sense because the food truck lifestyle is associated with late nights, social media, transportation, being outside. And so as you get older, you're a little bit less likely to go out and eat at a food truck. So we're going to target this millennial group. So the key thing for us will be establishing brand loyalty as a food truck. A lot of food truck goers are usually spontaneous and don't associate themselves with a particular food truck. In order to do that, we'll be reaching out to the community, trying to do maybe some fundraising, being at local events so that we can get our name out there, word of mouth, as well as social media. This is an example of Instagram, photos, Twitter allows people to know our locations, specials for the day, etc. Traditional flyers, newsletters, coupons, surveys. This will help us get in touch with our customers. Surveys can let us know what we're doing well, what we need to change. Competition. So we will be the only food truck that serves paninis in Denver. But we still will have to face other competitors with popular food trucks that have their name out there that we'll need to compete with. Fast casual restaurants, Chipotle, Noodles and Company. These restaurants offer quick serve and price range that we will also be offering. But overall, there's room for us in the market. The quick serve industry is the fastest growing segment in the restaurant business. So we still feel like we'll be able to penetrate it. And lastly, sustainable competitive advantage. And our food truck will be able to show supremacy in the long run over the competitors because we will be addressing the major concerns that all food truck customers have. And we'll be providing an authentic cuisine that's different, not something that you see every day. Sandwiches are the most popular item purchased at food trucks. Lighter, fresher meals. We're going against the traditional, greasy, not cleanly type of meal that most people are familiar with. Customization is key, especially with the millennial age group. Being able to have variety will keep them coming back. They often seem just to move on to every new trend. This will help us. And lastly, customer service and speed. Being able to take our paninis to go, will be packaged nicely, is another big concern, especially in our consumer landscape, which is now kind of turned into to-go, speediness, snacks. So we see that as being a huge advantage. Overall, all these things will help us sustain the supremacy over the competitors. And Evan will talk about operations.
Thanks, Jake. That was Jake with the market analysis, and I'm Evan, and I'll do operations. Our operations process is based around this core principle of acquiring quality ingredients and turning them into a delicious final product, significant addition of value. We will contract through Cisco, who offers great prices for good quality ingredients and have them delivered twice a week. Our team will consist of 7 people, us 4, as well as 3 other employees that we will hire and train. We'll operate 7 days a week, usually 2 locations a day, sometimes 3 if there's a late night event. We could also work. 4 hours per location. That's just a standard regulation for food trucks. They can't stay in one place for more than 4 hours. And currently, the food truck hubs are at Auraria, 17th at Sherman, and Civic Center Park. So we'll start out by working there and then expanding our web of areas depending on which area is the most profitable and most popular. All right. Our management team starts with Molly Moran. She has 4 years of experience in the food service. She's a shift manager at Snarf Burger and has firsthand experience with restaurant startup. There's our Chief Financial Officer, Eddie McNichols. He has over 5 years of restaurant experience and a year and a half as a shift manager at a high revenue restaurant chain. And then there's Jake, who has lived in Italy for a year and created menu recipes there. Also 5 years of retail experience. And then I'll be the Chief Operations Officer, and I have 2 years of experience in the food industry, and I know the operations process. Our risks will be actively mitigated. Our largest risk is the largest risk we face is having a dependable market. And to counter this, we will choose the most popular and profitable locations, and we can also focus on catering and high volume orders, contract through businesses, events, things like that. We also risk under overstocking, but as we get data on our sales, we'll have a much better idea of how many paninis we'll be selling and order accordingly. And then there's always the financial risks, but we're going to try and bootstrap as much as possible. That way we can reduce any debts we owe by the maximum amount. And then our final product, it starts with a customer at the cashier where someone takes their order, and then a builder creates the sandwich, either a signature sandwich or a build your own from fresh ingredients. The bread is then oiled and pressed on the panini presses to crispy perfection. And we have a 3 to 6 minute wait time with a maximum capacity of 36 paninis an hour. And then we serve them in no mess bags to the customer. And I'll pass it off to Eddie with financials.
All right, so the most exciting part of the business plan here is the financials. The way we put it together is we got together as a group and went over how many products we thought we could sell in an hour, and we got a rough estimate of 19 paninis, and we're aiming for 3 catering events per week on average. We're going to hopefully get 40 people per event. Our revenue depends highly on the success of the catering side of the business. And our projections for year 1 are just over $400,000, and we expect about $125,000 in cost of goods sold. To get this on the road, we estimated $80,000 in assets. 55 of that would be the truck, and we're expecting about $12,000 in working capital, and then the other $13,000 is going to go to marketing and just various, like getting stock in our truck, and I'm going to send it back to Holly to wrap up.
Thanks, Eddie. Just a couple things. Prototypes is our menu. Most of the items came from Jake, and he perfected these when he was visiting his sister for a year, who currently lives in Italy and has for the past 7 years. A really special feature is also the build your own panini, and we're hoping that will help to retain customer sustainability. Because then they can come and change things up and they get to choose what they want. We're hoping to build those kinds of customer relationships where we know their regular orders. This is the truck that we're looking at. It's just the one in the bottom left corner. It's a 1999 15-foot food truck, and it has brand new appliances in it. This is the one that cost $55,000. And then this is a blueprint layout that we made of how the inside of the truck will work. So we have the prep table in the window so customers can watch us prepare the food for them. And then we have the presses in the back, a grill in case they request to have their vegetables grilled. And we also are offering soups and canned sodas. This is a prototype of what we would like the display of the truck to look like. A lot of our customer service said that they like the clean, fresh, look, and so we thought that these kind of rigid, like animation of Venice would work pretty well for our truck, along with our contemporary logo. And then the top left is just an image of like the bare bones of food trucks, what they look like. So all in the press, Panini is a food truck company that serves made-to-order paninis throughout the streets of Denver. The market that we're targeting is the Denver population ages 18 to 35, so young career individuals who are looking for a fast, quick, convenient lunch on their short lunch breaks. Another awesome focal point of our business is that we are extremely authentic in taste. We have Italian expertise, and we have a lot of the Italian cured meats on our truck. So Just to give you a better idea of the numbers, we've set a modest average at 45 paninis, or 45 meals from our trucks sold a day. We are able to break even in 6 months. So once again, we are PaniMe, and we'd like to take any questions from you guys.